So you're considering building a new home. That's amazing. It's a great thing. It's a great step to get a home built just for you exactly how you want it. But there's a couple little tips and tricks that you should know so you can get the best terms and the best deal and make the perfect home for you that meets your needs and your budget. My name is Tom Garuccio, your local neighborhood realtor and new build specialist. I've sold hundreds of homes and I've come across a couple things with new builds that really helps my clients along the way. First, and this one might sound counterintuitive, but hear me out. Don't focus on base price in your negotiations. The reason why, builders are very difficult to adjust from the base price because they don't want to change their base price, because what it could do is set a precedent to lower the prices for the rest of the house, because we do have to worry about an appraisal. So if a bank sees houses selling lower, so therefore they're going to really hold firm on that base price. And so what you really can focus on is getting upgrades. So what I generally do when I'm working with my clients and negotiating is, yes, okay, the base price is the base price. There might be a little room to work, but really what we're going to do is focus on upgrades, because that is where they get their prices. That is where they get you. And let's face it, nobody really buys the base model because it's very, very basic, and there's going to be some upgrades that you want to do. So if we can throw those in and focus on those, where the builder is still getting the number they need to match the sales in the neighborhood, they're more likely to do it. So things like new counters, upgraded appliances, things like that, we can work those in and get you a better deal on those. The second tip, timing it right. So of course, to buy a home, it really, sometimes you can't time it and you got to just do what you can do. But if you can, timing it to the end of a quarter or even the end of the year, where these builders want to get rid of some inventory and get some properties sold, you're more likely to get a little bit better deal, and they're more likely to work with you to get off the books. The third thing, using the builder's preferred lenders. So usually builders will buy down your rate, or their lenders will give you big incentives that can save you money. However, here's a pro tip. A lot of these lenders, they are owned by the builder or they partner with the builder, and the builder is going to buy down the rate. But what the lender does is he gets you on the back end with really high fees, so they recoup some of that money. Well, here's what you do. You work with their lender, you get their reduced rate, and usually it can be a pretty drastically reduced rate. Before closing, you go to another lender. I have other preferred lenders, and you get a fee sheet from them, and you take it to the builder's lender and tell them they need to match the fees. So what you're doing is getting the low rate and lowering fees. They might not always work with you. They might not always match exactly, but usually that can save you a few $1,000s at closing. Number 4, look for quick move-in and spec homes. Homes that are already built or being built that aren't purchased yet. Usually you can get a much better deal because they want to get them off the books and they want to get back to building. Finally, tip number 5, bring your own agent. Yes, you should and can work with a realtor on a new build, and it will absolutely work more in your favor. It doesn't cost you anything. As realtors, we get a small commission from the builder, and the builder, they don't charge you any extra if you bring your agent. But by doing that, you get someone who's in your corner, who's highly experienced in this. And for my clients in particular, we offer some extra incentives. For example, during the home building process, I have a home inspector free of charge. He goes out and he does inspections periodically throughout the build process, usually about 4 times, to make sure everything's being built properly. Because let's face it, some of these contractors and subcontractors, when no one's looking, they will cut corners, and you will pay for that later when you're making repairs. So I want to congratulate you on taking the first steps to home building. If you are interested in more information or potentially working together in this process, the first step is just setting up a call, seeing if we're a good fit to work together. We can talk through the process, see your needs. Even if you're not at a point where you feel like you're ready to buy, it's good to talk early just to see, what we can do to get your needs met and see what you're looking to do. My name's Tom Garuccio, your local neighborhood realtor with Real Brokerage.